All right, Aidan, let's check out some of your run from Stratton GS. We'll watch it in regular speed and then slow it down. All right, let's check it a little slower. So I know something we've talked about. I've showed you some video already, and I still think you got to try to get rid of what I'm going to call, excessive counter rotation. You're trying to go this way, but your upper body is facing that way. Very tough to properly weight the outside ski. You can't really pressure it, and we're certainly not in any balanced position to absorb terrain. So any type of bumps throws you off, and if you hit a bump in that position, you're going to uncounter to kind of regain your balance, which is the position you should be in. So we want to, kind of follow the skis a little bit more, upper body. And a lot of this is coming from, we talked about, how you put your skis up on edge. You use a lot of hip. You can see the hip starting right there. And you counter rotate and throw the hip into the inside. We've got to start using our ankles first, then knees, and then move the hip to the inside of the turn once the speeds increase. Because you really can't pressure it here. This arc gets very lengthened and low because you can't pressure the ski well enough. You're way down here. We want it to be, much higher up, closer to the panel. You just really can't weight the ski. Obviously, here's a little, couple bumps in there. Take it a little rough out there this day with some softer snow. But we need to be balanced over the outside ski. And the countering is hard to do. You can see you kind of fall into the inside there. I'm not really sure what you do with your arms. I don't have a problem, and I recommend widening them in the transition for balance and then driving them forward past the gate. But I wouldn't widen them this much. They end up being like almost behind you, throwing into the back seat. But your arms are kind of wild. You're wide here. You kind of almost clap. You widen it back out. You clap. You widen it back out. Widen them a bit in the transition. Drive them forward past the gate. Bottom line. Because that right there, that being that wide, kind of puts you in a back seat. And I don't know, you like to clap once, widen them out again. Clearly here, we got to take that outside hand and, what we call wipe the counter. This thing should have been from this position in your arms, come through and drive the hand forward, wiping the counter. You brought them in, back out, and then hung there. You were on your inside ski there, for sure. Not really level. This arm, this one right here, that's got to be driven out forward, out over the downhill ski. Got to be balanced over the downhill ski. You can see what we're talking about, when you widen your arms, that the hand's behind you. We don't want hands behind you. You know, we're in a back seat. You know, through this transition, we want to be moving the hips forward to get over the boots. And you brought your arm forward here, but then all of a sudden you just let it go back out again. I don't know what that's all about. Obviously not in a level position, not balanced over the outside ski. Not there either. This thing is just sliding down low. But we're leaning in. Got to get on the outside ski. And to properly pressure it, we got to get rid of the counter. And we can't bring the hands back and up like this. That arc just lengthened dramatically. We're looking to have direction done by the panel. We're looking to come in. You start the turn way too early, first off. Here you are. Where would you arc from there? If you're arcing a turn, you crash into the panel. So you had to kind of straight. Now you get by the panel now with room to turn, and you're way down here. All right, we wanted to come, you know, get ourselves outside rise line, bring shape back to the pole. And instead, you went here, and like that, so it's all below. Remember, going by the panel, we want those hands being driven forward. So wide here. Just one sweeping motion. Keep driving them forward. Don't widen it back out right here. And then you kind of lean in. And again, starting the turn way too early. Remember, you got to be patient. You know, rise line is here. You've already started the turn. We got to get to rise line, and sometimes beyond rise line, bring shape back to the pole. Because if you were carving from here, again, you'd crash into the panel. So you have no choice but lay off it, kind of go straight. Now you're kind of sneaking by the pole with your skis, you know, going in that direction. We want to be tight to the panel as we pass it with our skis going in this direction. Turn done. We want to have, you know, direction done by the panel, and now you snuck by it. Now, okay, now I can try to turn. And all your turn is down below. And then you got to climb the hill, go across the hill, just slow. So, you know, a couple things on the technical standpoint. You got to be more balanced over the outside ski. We got to, you know, edge our skis by from the snow up, ankles, knees, then hip, which will help get rid of that counter rotation. Arms, you know, widen them a bit in the transition, but not like behind you. Quiet them down. Just one sweeping motion. Wipe the counter at the panel. And from a tactical standpoint, got to be patient. We got to wait for the rise line, or potentially beyond the rise line. Bring turn shape back to the pole, so we have direction done. So we're now, when we go past the panel, heading off to where we want our apex to be, which is going to be above the panel, and the apex is where the most direction change is done. So I hope this helps. And let's work on this stuff this weekend.